your nose in it. I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you niggas.
Everyone, it's the Nation of Podcation Daily Podcast. I'm O'Shea. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Hip hop star and former Rocafella Records rapper. Talk about Memphis Bleek. Hey, now he kept it 100 here. I like Bleek because he's a pretty loyal dude. He's definitely loyal to Jay-Z. He said that he was offered $75,000 to sign with another label behind Jay-Z's back and chose not to because he wanted to be loyal to Jay-Z and wanted to be a part of the Rocafella family, even when it wasn't even a Rocafella to begin with. Now, as we all know, they grew up together. Jay-Z's like his big homie, his big brother, all of that stuff. So he kind of looked up to Jay-Z. He had an opportunity to make some money elsewhere and put some coin in his pocket. And it seems like he made the right decision. He didn't go and just sign with somebody for $75K and, you know, some little royalty money like that. He waited it out, signed and stayed loyal, and then signed with Rocafella and became a superstar. So shout out to Memphis Bleek. You don't really see loyalty like that these days. Folks are always chasing their own bag. Let's take a look at this clip from Memphis Bleek as he explains.
Like, people will put limits and expectations on you that you don't have for yourself or even see. Like, when Jay said that, I was like, I'm the new improved what? Since when? Who told you? They ain't tell me that. So it was like, oh, word? So it's like, you know, you gotta do your thing and write and try to better yourself, learn the game, perfect your role. But the dominoes don't always fall the way you hope. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I wanted to be the biggest, wanted to be this, but unfortunately, I grew up with the sun. And it's like any fire I put out, he burnt out. So it was nothing I could do. I just accept my spot, but he was capping.
Or he might have saw something in you that you didn't see in yourself.
That's what he definitely did. And to this day, like, you know, Jay pushed me to do, I send him music. It's so weird because I got a new project coming out right on the 20th called Apartment 3D. It's probably like my third album I recorded since my last studio album. The first two he done shut down. So when I started sending him records from this one and he like, this is it, you doing your thing. I'm like, what changed? I'm still trying to figure out what changed because now it's like, you rocking with all the joints, what happened? I think, you know, it's just where you at in your life and what you're talking about.
So you was Apartment 3D and they were Apartment...
Fosse.
And see, that's what I like. People always know you from the music with Jay, right? They're like, oh, that's Jay's protege. But yo, y'all grew up together in the trenches. Like,
but that's the thing. We grew up not together. People think that, like, they got to remember Jay is like the big brother, like the uncle. Like, I was the kid, like one of his nephews on the block. He didn't hang with me. He came and got me. Like, seen me doing reckless stuff. He would, you know, put me on the right track, correct me, give me game, but it wasn't no hanging out. It was like, all right, I see you, that's Jay, what up, fam, I see you. So the day when I seen her with Clark Kent, rest in peace, it was like, man, he always pulling up with the illest cars, the baddest joints, man. I gotta get on this boat. I gotta find out how to be a passenger on that boat. So I just shot my shot and it worked.
What was something he taught you during that era that fans wouldn't know, that we might hear on the Rock Solid podcast?
Man, everything you see, man, just the life I live, the man I am. Like, Jay taught me, I learned everything from him, Biggs, Dane, my manager, B-High. I could say it was a collective thing because without them, who knows where I'd be in life right now. But one of the main things I learned from Jay is stay on top of your business, man. Don't we got managers, lawyers, all of that, but nobody know what you want but you and what you gonna get with you, so. Stay on top of your business. That's why I just had to talk with him this morning because, you know, with the Rock Solid podcast, we had the Rock logo on the podcast. But, of course, you know, people wait till the last day to try to get you to handle business. So I'm like, yo, I can't put that pressure on Jay right now. He on tour with his wife. He doing, you know, I don't want to be talking business. So, but I did send a message. So we talked about it today. And he like, yo, bro, I don't just be licensing my logo and my likeness out to anybody. And I'm like, I've been in this game forever. What makes you think I own my show? Like, this ain't going to nobody else. And he like, I'm like, I learned from the best.
Yeah.
Nobody owns anything you do, and why would I give away anything I do?
Right. Yeah.
So it was.
Do you think as an artist, right? Because I know you said you learned a lot from Jay business-wise, right? Do you think as an artist, if you would have signed to somebody else, you would have been a bigger artist?
Nah, I probably wouldn't be here. Cause you know, you get your one and done, your 2 albums you done. That's what made me, it's so weird. All right, That's what made me sign with Jay. I remember my manager, B-High, he ain't gonna like that I'm telling this story. We had an offer from Capitol Records, right? They wanted to give me $350 with a $75,000 signing bonus. And I was like, nah, they didn't want it. And he like, yo, you know what $75,000 could do for you? It'd change everything in your household. Like, these was Marcy struggling days. And I'm like, I feel you. But that $75,000 come from somebody I don't know. So the day my train slipped, they not going to invest back in the train to get me back on track. So I'd rather roll with Hove. And this before Jay, it was no Rocafella. He was still, this was Reasonable Doubt on priority, Jay. And he was like, yo, but what if, you know, Rocafella is a dream of Jay. What if it never manifests? And I'm like, then it'll never be no Bleek. I'm cool with that, you know, but my dice is with somebody that I know rather than roll on somebody I don't.
Was this after Reasonable Doubt? Or?
This was during Reasonable Doubt. Because remember, Reasonable Doubt came out on priority.
Yep.
A lot of people think it came out on Def Jam, but it didn't.
I was literally going to say, people talk so much about your loyalty, and that story speaks to it, right? How has your loyalty had to change as y'all grew? Because you've known you've known Jay-Z for so long. Like, it's been so long at this point.
Excuse me. It's weird seeing what I always saw in him. Because to me, he was always larger than life. Some kids grow up looking at sports players, movie stars. My next door neighbor was my inspiration. I go outside, he has the cars nobody had. I look at his neck, he wearing jewelry no one in the projects can afford. You know, he's flying, traveling places. Remember, Jay got a picture in London in a BMW. It's like 1993. It's like 92. Like, nobody wasn't traveling like that back then. So he was my inspiration to get money. So to watch the world see him as the billionaire, he always been that to me. So I don't think anything changed. Because the day I decided to be like, yo, I want to get money, I knew I want to get money like them. Him, Tata, and all. Oh my God.
It's funny even, you know, not the Lawrence question, sort of, kind of, but you know, you see people online say things like, Bleek too loyal to Jay. Like, how is there such thing as being too loyal to somebody?
I don't know.
Especially if it's reciprocated.
Yeah, like, how can you be too? I don't know no other way. I don't know no other person. Like, what I'm supposed to do, what they wanted me to do. I don't know who I was gonna get a deal with. What artist? I'm gonna go sign with another artist and be like, yo, I'm this crew now? That'll never happen. So it's just like when Rocafella died. That's why I didn't ever chase music, because it's like, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be G-Unit? I'm gonna go be this guy over here? Never. If it ain't Rocafella, it ain't nothing.
You know, it's funny, right? You are one of the few artists from that era who seems like you never...
All right, Nation, there you have it. Shout out to Memphis Bleek, one of the most loyal rappers. And I respect what he said there. He could have went and signed with your G-Units of the world, or, you know, your Def Jams of the world, or your Dipsets of the world, or any other rap groups out there he could have went and signed to, but he chose not to because he didn't want to feel like he was out of place. Because you see a lot of that stuff, it feels out of place. Like, the one that kind of comes up to me is like when Mobb Deep signed with G-Unit. I mean, they had a couple cool songs together, but it wasn't, I mean, Mobb Deep's kind of their own entity. G-Unit's their own entity. To see them kind of doing all that, or like MOP signing with G-Unit, or, you know, things like that. Like when Mac 10 tried to sign with Cash Money Records, it's just some things just don't fit. It just don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? Pause. So it's just crazy work that you know, that he's so loyal, he chose not to. And even if it was detrimental to his rap career, he decided to stay loyal to his big homie, and he's still reaping the benefits of Rocafella to this day. So shout out to Memphis Bleek. Nation, what do you think about Memphis Bleek turning down the $75,000 back in the day to stay loyal to Jay-Z? What do you think about his career and all? Nation, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on your way out.
Nose in it. I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you niggas at all.